Wow, shit, it's loud. Hello everyone, welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Monday, May the 23rd, 2016. It's actually Tuesday morning, it's like 3:16 in the morning. Yeah, it's the middle of Raw, but I've decided that I wouldn't watch it in full. I wanted to watch at least the opening segment because of what happened yesterday at Extreme Rules. I recorded the show while I was sleeping, so I was able to watch it. Pretty good show, if you ask me. I mean, there are cases of poor booking, for example, Natalia once again getting screwed, because that doesn't get old apparently. But I mean, at least it's cool that they keep Dana Brooke relevant. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of hers, but she's been called up to be, Emma's sidekick, and Emma is out with an injury. She's been going through surgery recently, so yeah. I mean, I hope that she comes back quick, and that the whole Dana Emma thing is not scrapped at all. Cesaro making The Miz tap out for the second time in two pay-per-views and not getting the win because isn't that great? I like the idea of The Miz being the opportunistic, shitty heel who gets the pin in one of the contenders and a strong contender for the match of the year. You've got three guys who are carrying the undercard for lack of a better, booking, which is apparently a huge issue as shown by Cody Rhodes. I wouldn't say retirement, but by Cody Rhodes' note after being granted his release from WWE. That's kind of sad that he had to ask to be released, and we learned that the Stardust character, he asked for it to be canned, and he even put forward ideas to abandon the idea of Stardust and going back to Cody Rhodes. It's kind of sad that the head writers of both Raw and SmackDown, with one being apparently some kind of dirty womanizer. That's sour taste in the throat here. Not even listening to him. There's always this thing, and he mentions it, of not taking no for an answer when you want stuff, and yet, what can you say when you don't really get an answer? At least it's cool that he decided to go forward and ask to be released, that he might get his chance of succeeding somewhere else. I hope that if he stays in the US, I hope he reunites with Damien Sandow. Kind of a Rhodes Scholars memorial tour would be great. So yeah. But then there are guys like Dolph Ziggler who are very dependable but won't get another shot at success because they don't complain enough. They don't go forward and pitch ideas. They are here to make people look good, and for a guy like Dolph Ziggler, it's sad how good he is at making other people look good. So yeah, it's just my 2 cents. He lost to Baron Corbin, and the match was pretty great. The only match that I kind of resented, this afternoon when I watched the show was the Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho Asylum match. Like, it was built up to be such an extreme match, and then it was slow, sloppy. It felt really terribly slow, despite the fact that all the weapon say that, the weapon spots, culminating with the thumbtacks, could have gone just could have elicited such a great reaction from the audience had the whole thing been twice as fast. A match went for apparently almost half an hour. Cut 10 minutes. Make it 10 to 15 minutes, and you've got a great, fast-paced match with the extreme. And I mean, it's really great that someone like Chris Jericho accepts to go through this match and can take such terrible bumps. Like he had thumbtacks in his hands, his elbows. He was bleeding, and it looked, and like just the way it looked made me feel very uncomfortable. Like it kind of hurt me, despite the fact that I broke my wrist, and that's probably the worst thing that happened in my life. Besides the bruise on my butt. It's sad that it's so. It's kinda. No, it's not kinda. It's pretty disgusting to see. Like if it was in my arm, I would have shown you the whole thing. The evolution of the whole thing. But then again, if I get a bruise in my arm after a football match, probably for the wrong reasons, like getting in a fight with the police. And I'm not the kind of person to pick fights. Yeah. So, but yeah, it started with the club. So, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows winning against the Usos, which is the match I talked about in the video weblog, which is pretty sad. I saw the match between Rusev and Kalisto. That was holy shit. Rusev is just back to being dominating asshole we all know and love and probably hate. But New York seemed to enjoy him breaking Kalisto in half. There was the women's match that was okay, but then again finish, and then the main event, when it's 2 months in a row, when the whole build up, you feel like Roman cannot lose that, right? And during the match, you're like, oh shit, AJ cannot lose that, and he loses, and it was terrible because for all the share shots Roman took, he really no-sold it with the spear. But Seth Rollins, CrossFit Jesus, came back, and he's a heel, as shown through the opening segment. Like they cannot make Roman a true heel. It seems no, they have to make Seth as much of a heel as Edge back in the day. When Edge had this angle where it felt like he was turning face, but suddenly he went ape shit on the audience, and that was the greatest thing ever. But I just hoped that in this rivalry they could really make Roman heel. You turn Roman heel, you can capitalize on this. Roman as a brute heel was the greatest thing about the first year of the Shield, and until they turned, around the end of their run. But it was still a brute, and that was great. We're going to see apparently Rollins versus Reigns at Money in the Bank in the main event. I'm just hoping that Dean Ambrose qualifies, so we have a chance to see, the fated Shield triple threat that had been into that for just so long. And the one thing that's great about the Shield is that the members always interact so well between themselves. And it's printing money. Yeah. So I mean, the other things that happened in Raw were Sami Zayn winning his spot in the Money in the Bank, Sheamus going ape shit on Apollo Crews in the backstage area, and there was another match, I think, qualifying for the Cesaro finally won against The Miz, and he's qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I hope that, it's something that has been put forward as a theory. That's something that creative looks into, a female Money in the Bank match, and that would be great. Like the female division, the women's division is stacked, and it would be a great mistake not to capitalize on this. So I'm just hoping that they're going to realize that this might be a good idea. So anyway, might be around 3:30 right now. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.